your goal is not enough.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Geek-A-Tech. So today we are going to talk about relative locators. So relative locators are new feature provided by Selenium 4. In my previous video we have already discussed that what are the new features provided by Selenium 4 than Selenium 3. So in that we have mentioned that the relative locators are the new feature provided in Selenium 4 to make life easy for the automation engineers. So what it will do, it will help to find elements more easily. It gives us more option to locate the elements. So let's see that what are the different options comes under the relative locators. So the first one is above methods. What it will use to locate that a specific element above the element we have mentioned. Then it will then the second one is the below. So it's used to locate the below a specific element, okay, element below the specific of that element. Then to left of is used to present left a specific element in this same way. Right of is used to present the right of a specific element, the whatever element we have mentioned. So what's the right to that element, it's going to identify that element. And the another one is near. What it will do, it's used to locate in approximately of 50 pixels away. So this is the new thing that which works on the pixel wise to locate the element. So now let's talk about how we can write those relative locators. So let me first start with the dot above. So we can pass values inside with the like web element and element name, or we can do it like by and then locator. Okay, so in both the ways we can use in relative locators. So let's write down what one of the example for above. So like if I want to provide say we have an username password field, okay, so how we can find the value above the password field. So let's try web element password equals to driver dot find element with by dot id equals to password, then web element email equals to driver dot find element with by dot tag name input dot above password. Okay, so what it will do, you can see here, like just a sec. So here we need to mention that password field. So what it will do, that it will locate the element just above the password field. Okay, so then how this is going to locate the email element. So what is happening, that email element is mentioned first, then the password was mentioned. So we want to locate email as a web element. So what we did, that first we identify the password, which is just below the email one, and we mentioned that driver.find element with dot tag name, the input above dot password field. So what it will do, it will find the value which is above the password field. Okay, this is a keyword. So we need to, whatever we are going to use, so like here we have used password, so it's going to identify the just above the password field, so it will identify the email. In the same manner we can do for below. Okay, so for below, again we have the same by locator we can use, or we can use web element. So suppose in the same manner, if we want to identify for password, okay, instead of email, if you want to pass, so like let's say example, email element, email equal to driver dot find element with by dot id. Suppose if I say it's email, okay, then in second line I mentioned email web element password equal to driver dot find element with by dot tag name or id, whatever you want. Suppose you want to use by dot id, then we need to mention here whatever its field type, its input type, or like if it's a text, sorry, if it's input button, whatever, so we are mentioning here. So we are mentioning as it's an input box, so we mention input, then dot below email field. Okay, so this is how it will work. So this is the new way of finding the element. Yeah, I know it's a little bit weird than what we are doing in traditional way, but yeah, this is the new way. And the example which I have mentioned, it's for in Java. It's a little bit different in .NET and in Python because of the syntax. They are because in .NET we use iWeb element, so it has a different method a little bit, but more or less this is the same way of writing the above, below, and all the relative passwords, the relative locators. So let me mention the one more, which is we can say which is quite different than others, which is by the pixels. Okay, so let's try to do with the pixels one, that by how far it if it's the how if it's available the 50 pixels far. Okay, so let's try with that. So it will return in the same manner, because you don't have to need to provide any pixels coordination or coordinates, something like that. Just in the same manner, near by locator. Again, you can mention by locator, web element, whatever you want to mention. So that's the syntax here. The web element password equal to driver dot find element with by dot id password, then web element email equals to driver dot find element with by dot take name input dot near. So this will be the same password field. I'm sorry, for the disturbance. So this is how this will work. So this is how Selenium 4 is providing us the relative locators, and how the relative locators are working in Selenium 4. So these are the best examples which I have mentioned over here. So those all more or less, the way of writing those relative locators are the same. Only the difference is how and where to use it. So like if you know that we are able to identify a locator which is just below of the field which we want to locate. If there is an if it's available for the, sometimes they have not proper element names mentioned, or we have a dynamic element name, so we can use all these locators and uh, find the elements easily. Okay, so this is how we can use. So this is all about for today's video. So if you like my video, please share, like and subscribe. And if you are new to my channel, please do suggest with others, your team members and your group. And you can suggest me also in comments at what new you want to cover up as a part of the new automation topic, as a part of testing topics. So thanks a lot.